Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tori if you're new here, and today I'm going to show you my random items that I picked up throughout the week for my preparedness pantry. If you're new here, hi, hello. I make videos 3 to 4 times a week all about life here in Northern Colorado. I try and teach you to be prepared on a budget. And preparedness looks different for everybody. We like to be prepared for any emergency, but this is my rainy day pantry. Sometimes we may need some items put on backstock in our own homes, and I like to show you ways to obtain those items on the cheap. So if you like that kind of thing, definitely hit the subscribe button and let's get right into it. Alrighty friends, this is truly a random haul. I haven't done one in a while. Usually I have a plan when it comes to my prepper pantry, but sometimes we like to just go with it and see what we can find. So I stopped at 3 stores this week and it was just random. My husband had a few days off, so we were able to do that, but that isn't always the case. So I encourage you to look at some of these stores and see what you can find, because you never know. I am a total browser when it comes to stores. I get that from my father. We could spend hours in stores, which sounds silly to some, but it really gives us an idea of how prices are going to be, how they were, and what we can do to prepare for that inflated price, or maybe what we could do to prepare in case that item is in shortage. So one of these stores is online. I will show you that here in a second, but the first thing I stocked up on was water, and we found these at Esch's. I ended up getting 10 bottles of the alkaline water, and that was because these were on sale for 60 cents. So if you are in Northern Colorado and you go to Esch's, go now, because I think there was a whole case of them there, but we ended up just getting 10. I don't like to take too much, especially when it comes to water. But if you are new here, I've been trying to store water in the metal or glass containers. Of course, we have a case of water here and there stored in plastic, but when I can find them like this, I find this is the safest way to store it, in my opinion. So I always have to say, if you are new to storing water, of course, store just empty vessels that you can fill up and filter out. Always have something to filter your water, and then always have something to carry that water, just in case you're hiking to a spot and you need to fill up that water and then move it to wherever place you may be that is safe. And then we also ended up just getting a few more paths. We only got 5 of them because there wasn't that much. So I'm excited. I like the alkaline path water. I drink this just in general, but it is nice to have. It's a nice peace of mind to have alkaline water in the prepper pantry for a rainy day. And then next up, I ended up going to my thrift store just to look around, and look what I found. I did find some Mylar, and I have seen Mylar before in the thrift store, and I didn't buy it. I was so hesitant. I'm like, oh my goodness, what if that's not food grade? And I just, kind of threw that to the wind this time. It's possible that it's not food grade, but Mylar can be used for just so many different items, and it came with just about everything. It came with the small bags. Of course, it's been picked through, but honestly, I just wiped these down with some of my wellness store little cleaners and then went from there. So I think this is a great thing to have when it comes to long-term food storage. If you can get your hands on Mylar, definitely do that. Mine were sent to me from Wallaby Goods. I don't work with them anymore, but that's a good company, or you can just maybe randomly find some at your thrift store. But I do know that Amazon has some, and some more preparedness stores that are online. So Mylar, once again, is great, especially for long-term food storage. This bag was half off, making it $1.50, which is a steal. So I'm so excited. You always know I like to share my bargains with you, but don't look down on those thrift stores, because there are so many things that you can use for your preparedness pantry. The next aisle I went down was the glass aisle, and I did find a bunch of mason jars. I like to use them for canning, and they work just fine, but I do love the swing top glass jars to store dried herbs and different tinctures. I think all shapes and sizes are great to have depending on what you like to store. So I have a medicinal garden. You can find those videos linked on my emergency preparedness playlist, but I have found that the swing tops are just accessible and they look nice. So I like to pick these up whenever I can. The jars were 25 cents. So I just got a whole case of mason jars just for some canning in the future. If you're new here, we are kind of moving across the country, so my canning has come to a halt a little bit. But when it comes to preserving food on the cheap, I definitely want to keep that going. So we may be hauling a lot of glass jars across the country, but it's going to be okay because we will be prepared when we get to our destination. This is a classic in my grocery store. I have no idea why I always find it, but the Country Life activated coconut charcoal powder was on sale for $4.79. I'm so excited. I like to use this as a natural detox for when my kids may swallow something or maybe they're not feeling that great. And those ratios are going to be very, very different. And I encourage you to look into charcoal powder and the wonders that it can do for the body if you are introduced to a toxin. Believe it or not, we have toxins in our systems every single day. I talk about detoxing all the time, and I think it's very important for just about everyone. If you are curious about toxins and where they're coming from, I would look into our food system, our water, our air, unfortunately, and of course, the media. I think the media can be super toxic, and I really think it's important to keep your mental health right and make sure you're getting your information from a valuable, trusted source. And then next on the list, I did end up re-upping on some of the supplements that I take, and I haven't really talked about them in a while, so I wanted to just go through that and go through what they do for me and how they benefit. So a few videos back, I kind of did like what I eat in a day, and I think that was helpful for people on a wellness path because I am not perfect. I say I'm 80-20 all the time, but it is my job as a stay-at-home mother to make sure my kids are eating nutritious meals. I find that nourishing food keeps our mind right, it keeps our physical self right, and it keeps behaviors in check. And if you follow my tips, I promise you they are positive tips to help you find nourishing foods for yourself and your family at a fraction of the cost. So I get supplements from just about everywhere that I trust, but I really love the brand Perfect, and I do have a percentage off for you if you want to check that out. I asked them for a coupon code and they gave it to me, so that was really cool. I encourage anybody who's purchasing just about any good to ask if they have an affiliate program. You don't have to have this great following, and you can recommend products, get a commission, and you can also give that friend or family member a percentage off of their purchase. So I love when companies offer that. I think it's incredible. So I asked for it and they gave us a discount code. So yay for the Mountain Mama Living community. But I got mushroom immunity, and the kids and I take this actually. It is great for our immune system. It has chaga, reishi, and turkey tail mushroom in there. So definitely take a look into that and the ages for your children. But I'm definitely confident in this brand, and I just love how this makes us feel. Next thing on my list, I talk about it all the time, is beef liver. I saw a few people posting online about how beef liver changed their lives, and I'm not one to take a creator or influencer's advice and just straight up buy it. So I appreciate all of you who trust my advice, but I would do some digging for yourself. I would see how that could affect your life and, you know, your lifestyle choices. So I think it's really important to, again, nourish with food, but I also think it's important to move your body and keep your mental health right. So I find that the beef liver has become my multivitamin. It does have a lot of minerals in there that we need, and it also is really great for children. Vitamin A is a big deal in my household, and we need to make sure our body is getting enough of it to fight off any nasty stuff that may come our way. So beef liver is very tasty. If your kids have problems swallowing pills, I suggest breaking this open, putting it in some orange juice with some coconut water, and making a little adrenal cocktail for them. That's how my kids take it, and we're doing good. So I really love the beef liver. If you buy 3 of the Perfect supplements together, they do give you a huge discount, and then you can stack my discount on top of it. So everything you see right here plus one more vitamin is going to be under $60, and a lot of these are going to be a 2-month supply. So I think that's an incredible deal, especially for the value of the product. So I also get chlorella, and that's going to be a detoxer, at least for my system. So again, we do come in contact with a lot of heavy metals and parasites, and I have talked about that on the channel. I'm probably not going to do a deep dive today, but anything that I can possibly get my hands on to detox my system, I am all about. So that is one of them, and I really have been enjoying it. And then the fourth one I got is acerola cherry, and I take that with my beef liver so my body has maximum absorption. So you have to definitely look into all of those vitamins and how they can affect you, but they are all natural, and I decided to take a chance, and I have been thriving ever since. So the next one on my list, I feel like has been under my nose this entire time, and I guess I just didn't understand what I was looking for. Okay, so I have been looking for a shelf-stable probiotic for the longest time since I've started a prepper pantry. Of course, you can have freeze-dried, just about anything, but I wanted a specific one, and I wanted a 3-strain probiotic because I know that I thrive on it. Gut health is so important. It is the foundation for just about anything in your body. I find that most of my ailments come from my gut being messed up, my gut microbiome. So I needed something that was shelf stable that had that 3-strain, and it was right under my nose the whole time. I'm an affiliate for Amari. They make the happy juice that I talk about all the time, but a key component to that company is that it's a supplement company. They have so many things on the market, and I found Mentibiotics. So this is the 3-strain probiotic. It's also in Happy Juice, and I just never put 2 and 2 together. So yes, I talk about Happy Juice a lot, but this is the one that I recommend, and obviously you can get a percentage off, but of course there are others on the market. I would just suggest looking for a 3-strain shelf-stable probiotic. So very important to have. This one's sugar-free, non-GMO, and I love this company. I got asked a few videos back by a few different people if I could do a video on making money from home, and it's not really in my niche, I would say, but I'm open to making that video. But a quick little, side note about Amari, because I do affiliate marketing for them. I think there's confusion out there, network marketing versus affiliate marketing. And when you are in the realm that I am in, as a small creator, brands will reach out to you and they want you to promote a product. Essentially, I'm sure you've seen it from everyone that you watch, and you get a percentage of a commission. If they buy that product, they get essentially free advertising depending on how you negotiate it, and that customer gets some percentage off of their purchase. So it's kind of like a win-win for everybody, and typically smaller companies do that. So when brands reach out to me, I've said it in the past, I really do a deep dive. I make sure I actually want to work with that company, and I also make sure that they want to take care of my audience. I think that that's very important. I don't really like promoting products that don't give anything to you of value. So when I partnered with Amari, I was super excited that they had an affiliate marketing side, and it was open to everyone. So everyone out there that really doesn't have a platform, maybe they're not on social media at all, which kudos to you, that's great. Sometimes I question my existence here, but I thought that that was really cool. So I started talking about it, and I was talking about it with friends. So word of mouth, I was referring it, and then I was getting a commission. And the fun thing about Amari is if you refer 5 people in 1 month, they give you $500. And I have never seen a company do that. All you need to do is become a brand partner. You don't have to, again, have any social media at all. It could just be you telling your friends. And I feel like network marketing has come a long way, and I love that Amari offers that option. You can build a team. This can be one of those classic MLMs, as they call it, but you could also just be an affiliate like me. So if you're going to, let's say, Target or Walmart, and you're buying a shirt, your friend says, hey, I like that shirt, where'd you get it? They go to Walmart and buy that shirt. So no one is benefiting except for Walmart, and that is the way I started looking at these things. Maybe there are items out there that I'm purchasing that I could benefit from, get a little kickback from, so I can buy more of it, and the person that I'm referring it to could get a percentage off. So I hope that's a good explanation. I have found the most success with Amari, especially as a stay-at-home mom, just trying to survive in 2024. So if you are interested in doing that, I can help you get set up, but it's more so a you thing. So I will leave all of the information down in the description box. I, of course, talk about Happy Juice all the time. time, and I did end up getting some more things with my order. So my Mentibiotics is something that I purchased, but I had product points and rewards points. So I ended up getting some free Amari Edge, and that's exactly what it sounds like. It takes the edge off. And the great thing is you can buy all of these products separately. I've seen many companies where it needs to all be one purchase in one box, but with Amari, you can buy the products separately, which is great. A lot of people, question the price about some of these supplements, and I like to see it as an investment to your health. I've seen a lot of my friends, a lot of my very close friends get off of some of the pharmaceuticals that they were prescribed to and switch to these all natural supplements. So that's why I talk about them a lot, because a lot of the time when you are taking some sort of pharmaceutical, it is going to cause another issue in your system, therefore making you grab another pharmaceutical. So they are making more money off of you. That is just a fact at this point. I am just speaking truth. So if that is scary to you, I do promise that that is not my intention. But we need to grow a thicker skin when it comes to those pharmaceutical companies and what their true intention is. Another thing that came with my Amari order is the Energy Plus, and it's kind of like natural energy. So there's no caffeine or sugar in there, but it gives you that extra boost. So I traded Happy Juice for coffee, and I do enjoy a cup of coffee from time to time, but I always think something like this would be great to have on your prepper pantry shelf in case you need to barter. Of course, coffee you may be able to find just about anywhere, but having something like this may be something good to have in your prepping journey. Then the last thing they sent me, which is something that was free, is the Amari Edge in the flavor watermelon, which is also very tasty. Again, sugar-free, caffeine-free, non-GMO, all the good stuff. So again, if you want to get started with Amari, I will leave that code down in the description box. I purchased the Happy Juice, and I also purchased the Kids Mood. The Kids Mood is made with saffron, holy basil, and rosemary. It is incredible for a busy mind, we shall say. You can take it as an adult, but it's great for children too. I have seen such an incredible difference in my children, and I think it's awesome for them. It's also giving them some natural minerals that we are lacking when it comes to our food and water. So my order will be linked in the description box, but I'm also just going to do a separate link with my code to get a little money off of your order. If you use the code WELCOME, that is going to invite you to the brand partnership. It is absolutely free for a year if you use that code, and that's when you can start getting those incentives like free product and that $500. So just 5 people a month will give you $500. There's also, of course, other incentives, like you can go on cruises and things like that, which is cool. I personally, I don't know if I can leave my kids. They're just so young. So it would be cool for someone else to go on that cruise, and I would love to see one of you do it. So if you are interested and you have more questions, just email me at mountainmommaliving@gmail.com, and I can answer anything for you. I am very transparent and honest about my affiliate partnerships, and I wanted to start talking about it more to you because they are accessible for you. And most of us are looking to add an extra income stream. And that is it, my friends. Short, random, but sweet. I hope this encouraged you to stock up on the cheap. There are so many items out there for your preparedness pantry. You just have to think outside of the box and keep those unique items on hand, because you never know when you're going to need them. If you're new, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, y'all.